And I'm just kidding, that would be stupid. A little while ago, in this exact room, on this exact whiteboard, in this exact shirt, I proposed my designs for lowercase numbers. Some of you guys really like them. Some of you guys really didn't like them. Regardless, one of the overwhelming suggestions I've gotten from that video is to rank my designs for lowercase numbers by how easily you can capitalize them. But I don't think that idea is good enough to go on the main channel, so it ends up here. So let's not dilly-dally. And let's get straight into it. I'm waiting on you. You're holding us all up right now. We all want to get started here. Come on. You can just any time now. Similar to the original ranking video, we're gonna go from easiest to hardest. So that starts us off at spot number 1, which goes to 2. If you'll remember, and you better, because you have seen that original video, right? You didn't just click on this one not knowing what it's about without seeing the original video first. That would be Yeah, if you think about it, it's almost L, but it's even easier because with L, it was just adding a line at the bottom. The problem was that if you had something written already, you would have to kind of awkwardly add the L underneath it. In the case of 2, this area sticks out far enough into the word, or I guess the number in this case, that adding the line should rarely, if ever, be an issue. So I think out of every single ranking by how easily you can capitalize video between this one, the original letter 1, and the cursive letter 1, this is the most deserving of spot number 1. Maybe one day I'll do a comprehensive thing of ranking every single lowercase to uppercase thing. I merge letters, numbers, I guess symbols from the other video, and then cursive letters. Maybe I merge them all into one big, 70, 80 spot. Leave a like if you want to see that. Regardless, number 2 is clearly the easiest and has the least room for error, so goes to spot number 1. Also, I forgot to mention, if you write your 2's with a little loop, that also kind of works, because you can just add the loop in. It might look a little wonky, but that's on you for writing your 2 like this. Spot number 2 goes to 3, which could honestly just also be at spot number 1. My lowercase 3, of course, looks like this. And my uppercase 3, or just, uppercase 3, looks like this. And yeah, there's not really any margin for error with this one either. The biggest thing for me is that because the lowercase 3 is just a backward C, sometimes I'll curve the top part a bit more inward, like that. And when I write a 3 by default, it doesn't curve that much inward, otherwise it would look more like that. And so it might look a little janky, but I don't think it deserves to go any lower on the list, and that is really the only reason it's at spot number 2 instead of just tying with 2 for first place. That was a sentence and a half. This is why 3 is at spot number 2 instead of tying with 2 for spot number 1. This is gonna be fun. Anyways, spot number 3 goes to, I was gonna say 4 because we were following the trend of 2 is at 1, 3 is at 2, 4 is at 3, but that's not actually the case. Spot number 3 goes to 8, and we already have run into our first problem because this was my lowercase 8, and you're not really gonna be able to get rid of that dot, so it's just gonna be there. The best thing I can compare this to is O from the original letter ranking, because with that, the problem was that you would just have this extra O inside the other, but in this case, rather than being a whole extra circle, it's just a dot, and you can blend the 8 with this other circle pretty well, but I wouldn't even be that pissed off if someone wrote an 8 with 2 dots in it. So I don't really care. I'm indifferent to it, but it is objectively more stuff that shouldn't be visible when capitalized, so that's why it goes as spot number 3. Okay, that's how, great job. Spot number 4 goes to 7. My lowercase 7 is the first of our designs that goes below the line. And my uppercase 7 was this, but with the line through it at all times, which actually saves it, because if it weren't for that, we would end up with this, but because we have the line in the middle, it actually ends up being pretty okay. Yeah, you have this whole line going on, but it's better than everything that follows, so spot number 4. Spot number 5 goes to 6, which, if you'll remember, was like this, which means that the uppercase 6 was bigger than this, and so as a result, I don't really know. If you try a little bit harder, I think you can blend it. Nope, that's worse. worse. If you try a little bit harder, I think you can blend it better, but the problem is that the circle of the 6 is more curved than like this entire area of the lowercase 6. So unless you like draw a really like weirdly shaped 6, it's gonna be hard to disguise. And even so, you're not going to be able to disguise this part. So, worse than 7, better than everything that follows. Spot number 6 goes to... Okay, we're gonna stop trying this. Spot number 6 goes to 1. In both cases here, you have our lowercase 1, and then when you make it uppercase, if this was how I wrote my ones, this would be above 7, but it's not. This is how, so it's gonna go lower on my personal list. The problem is that even if this was how I wrote 1, I think I'd still put it here because I really just don't like how, like, simple it's trying to be while committing a pretty heinous crime. Call me a 1 hater, but I don't like it. Spot number 7 goes to 0. This is where things start devolving pretty fast. Same problem as O, except you might get some remnants from that line in the middle. Other than that, it is just O. I've explained it before. Don't need to explain it again. At spot number 8, we have 5. This is where I kind of regret doing the 5 design that I did, because as much as I like having one that's, you know, pretty different from the actual uppercase version, when you try to turn it from lowercase to uppercase, obviously that isn't gonna translate well. It's a B, but it's bent. A bent B. The Bentley. Spot number 9 goes to 4. When I make the lists for these videos, I usually spend a good amount of time thinking about where each thing is gonna go. 4, I only ever considered the way I wrote it. I have yet to consider the other ways people write it. So you guys are gonna watch in real time right now as I try to draw the 4 the other ways people write it, and we're gonna see if I think it should still be here or possibly even lower by the time I'm done. So first of all, I know people write their 4s like this. I guess it is just kind of the same dilemma. You're just getting like duplicates of the same shape on the top and the bottom. And then what's the other way people write 4? Some people do it like what? Like this? Yeah, some people do like that, but without the stem. And then if you do it with the... Yeah, I mean, I guess it is the same every single way. You just end up with the same thing on the top and the bottom. It's just kind of like duplicating itself. And it's disgusting in all 3 scenarios. And finally, at spot number 10 is 9, because in my original video, I proposed this design for lowercase 9 that goes below the line. Regardless of how you write your uppercase 9, whether it be this or this. And in either case, what are you gonna do? Can't really do anything. Is it like... what is it? What is it? No, I'm asking you. So, in conclusion, that's the video. Not really any other thing to say. And I was really hoping that at least one of those would stick to the whiteboard, because it would have been cool, but whatever. Hold on, one more try. Okay, now one more try. Dude, you have a magnet. It's supposed to... It it really wasn't that hard.